What's going on, guys? My name is John J. II with TownDisc, and today I'm going to tell you what's in my bag. So, quick, right off the bat, I got the Trooper bag right here from Dynamic Discs. Relatively cheap bag, not too expensive. I spent about $45 on this bag. Nothing too crazy, not too expensive. Definitely won't break the bank on you, but it's pretty durable. I like it. It holds about probably 25, 26, 27 discs. Nothing too crazy, but definitely holds enough discs for me. And I really don't need to carry that many discs anyway. I probably don't touch half the discs that are in here, unless it's in a perfect situation for me to have to throw that disc. So let's see what I got real quick. Starting off with my putters here, I got 4 putters I keep in the bag. I got 1 throwing putter and 3 putting putters. Actually, I can use 1 as more of a hybrid putter. We'll get into that in a second. So I have the R Pro Pig from Innova. This one I've been throwing a lot, pretty broken in. I really like to throw this one, especially off the tee. Maybe 250, even upwards of 300 feet. I'll throw this disc. It gets down there pretty good, stays pretty straight, and I like this disc a lot. So we'll keep that one in the tuck. Always. I always have that one in the bag. Then I keep 2 hard judges in here. I like to putt with these. They're very hard, plastic. Both of them are actually pretty hard. This red one's a little more tacky, but I like to putt with these from anywhere from 50 to 50 on in. I like putting with these. So they're pretty hard plastic, like I said, pretty durable. These have taken a lot of hits. These even hit some trees even. So I like to throw these discs a lot, and they've taken a lot of hits, like I said, but they got a lot of play left in them, and they can hit stuff pretty hard and stay pretty pretty unwarped, I guess, if that's the word for it. But I like these discs a lot, so I'll play with them until they crack or snap in half. Then I got this AVR3 DX AVR3 here. I'll throw this one off the tee sometimes. If I have like a deep circle 2 putt, sometimes I'll use this one. But usually I'm putting with this one from about maybe even 100 feet. I'll throw this one. It's got a little bit of a beveled edge to it. So I'll throw this disc quite a bit. Like you can see, it's hit some trees, even hit some cement. I think I've been practicing with this one in my driveway. Actually, I got a portable breakaway basket I've been throwing it at, so it's been taking some hits, but that's all right. But yeah, those are my putters, guys. Transitioning into my mids, I have 3 mid ranges that I carry. Usually, if I'm in the distance where I need to use a mid range, it's usually off the tee box. Low 200s, 225 to 250-ish. I'll throw especially if it's a tight gap, I'll throw a mid range in there. Nothing really too crazy again. I like to compare these to my putters quite a bit. The beveled edge, like I said, it's pretty comparable. A little bit more beveled though here. I carry 2 Atlases with me, 2 Innova Atlases. They're labeled as a straight mid-range. Got a white and purple one here, and I got a yellow and black one. Call this one the Bumblebee. These stay pretty straight. I'll be honest with you, the last few rounds I played, I haven't really been using a whole lot of mid-ranges. I've been throwing my throwing putters really hard. My AVR3, my Pig's been getting a lot of push-ups into it. Been throwing that quite a bit. Even my judges, I'll be throwing those. I throw them on a little bit of an anizer line, and they'll stay pretty straight for me. I can throw them pretty far. So I'm used to those, and I'm throwing those quite a bit. But I also have this Comet in here too with the Ohio Amateur Championships 2018 stamp on it. I didn't actually play in that tournament, but it has a stamp on it. It's a skull. It's kind of cool. Check it out. It's dope. But yeah, this one, I don't really throw this one a whole lot, but if it's pretty understable too, so if I can throw it pretty hard, it'll go right and it'll end right if I ended up throwing it really hard and using a lot of flip to it. But yeah, those are my mids, guys. Alright, now I'm going to be honest with you, I have a lot of drivers in my bag, probably more than I should. I kind of just did it because it looks cool in the bag, but I really only throw maybe half of these drivers. I'll just give you a little sneak peek here of how many drivers are actually in there. There's probably about 15 to 20, even 22, 23 maybe discs in there. I'm not going to count them right now, but I'll go through the ones that I use the most and the ones that I usually go with. So let's dive right into it. I'll start right off the bat with these bad boys. And my drivers are very important to me. So they're very versatile and depending on the situation will depend on what disc I throw. So I'll tell you which one I throw the most. I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but I don't mind at all. I have two DX Destroyers in here, two orange DX Destroyers, different weights. I think one's 171, one's 175. But yeah, I throw these a lot off of the tee. They're very shapeable. I also have a couple Pro Destroyers too in my bag, which I'll get into in a sec. But these discs are so versatile. I can do whatever I want with these. I can flip them over. I can make them end right. I can make them end left. I can throw them on hyzer, spike hyzers, hyzer flips, sidearms, anything. They're just such a versatile disc, and they're made of DX plastics. They're very cheap. Won't break the bank again, kind of like the bag. And that's kind of the name of the game when you're talking about disc golf at all. You want to stay within your budget. Not like money's an issue for me, especially for disc golf. I definitely splurge a little bit, but just when talking about value and talking about what you can kind of use in different situations, the versatility aspects. These DX Destroyers I found to be really beneficial for me and help my game quite a bit. So I use these a lot, throw these off the tee quite a bit. Another disc I have right here is the Innova Corvette. I did a review on this one when I was doing my fieldwork video. You guys probably seen that. This is a very, very understable disc, a very high speed disc too. It's got a speed of 14, so you can really put this one on a hard whip. And I like to throw this one backhand. I don't just throw this one back, or forehand rather. 175 grams, very thick lip on there, so I like to really whip this one as hard as I can, leave it out to the right, and I can almost guarantee you it'll finish left, but it'll stay to the right for a while. So I like that one a lot, and I can put a lot of, like I said, a lot of whip on it, and I don't have to worry about it being too overstable. It'll definitely come back to me. So with that, I also got a Star Mamba. I like to throw this one quite a bit. Rather overstable disc, but I like to whip this one really hard. And you can throw this one on a sidearm too. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge sidearm player, but I will utilize a sidearm on certain holes if it calls for it. If I have a choice between throwing a backhand or throwing a sidearm, chances are if I'm not limited to what I can throw or what I have to throw rather based on the terrain, chances are I'm going to throw a backhand. I'm not Eagle McMahon. I can't throw a sidearm 400 feet and expect it to land within 10 feet of the pin, basically religiously, like he does it. So I got to give him credit for that. Here's what I was talking about, the Pro Destroyer. I throw this one a lot. This one I can count on to get through the wind. This one's 168 grams. I wanted it a little bit heavier. I got one that's like, I think 172 that I also throw. A little more beat in than this one. But yeah, this one I really like too. I can really whip this one. I can stay on a line. It'll start out right and it'll always finish left. I like that disc a lot. I also got this titanium Avenger SS. These are hard to come by nowadays. I actually lost a couple of these on a roof. One was on a roof over there at Great Lakes Christian College. Derek knows about that. That was one of my favorite Avenger SS's. Actually, I lost that. I was really pissed off about it. But that's the name of disc golf. You find some discs sometimes. You lose some discs. It's all part of the game. And it's really awesome too. So I love it. This one's very understable. I think I did this one in the review too, just like the Destroyer actually. The Blue Destroyer, I did this one too. Forgot to mention that. This is a very understable disc. I can count on it to end right most often, especially if I put a lot of whip on it. It'll definitely finish off right, which I like a lot. And it helps me if I have to go around a corner to the right. It'll definitely do that, and it'll finish out to the right for me with ease. So I like doing that quite a bit too. And it kind of saves me from having to do the sidearm. So I like that disc a lot too. Very understable, titanium plastic, very durable. And last but not least, I got the Pro Katana. This one took a lot of hits to it. This is like my sidearm disc. If I'm gonna throw a sidearm, I'm gonna use this disc. 9 times out of 10, you definitely give me that hyzer that I want out of a sidearm. It's definitely nice. It's got the orange stamp. It's a little bit faded, but for the most part, as long as it's not fall with vibrant colors and vibrant leaves on the ground, it's pretty easy to find. Kind of like the Avenger SS. It's very like burnt orangey. So it can easily get lost in the foliage of the fall landscape, which can happen very often. And Just got to watch out for that. But I'll even throw this one on a backhand sometimes. It'll finish out hyzer. It probably has medium stability, I'd say, 175 grams. I throw it on a pretty hard whip. As long as I have my elbow tucked and I don't round the disc when I'm throwing a driver, or when I'm throwing a drive, it'll stay out to the right for quite a bit. It won't fade right, but it'll definitely stay right. Hold the line. But it'll always come back too, as long as I don't rip it too hard or put on too much anhyzer. But yeah, guys, that's what I got in my bag. Basically, got a couple other extra auxiliary discs in there that I didn't really go through, but they're basically irrelevant. I don't really throw those a whole lot. Sometimes I'll throw them based on the hole. Sometimes I need to have a little more hyzer. In that case, I'll throw my nuke, or sometimes I'll throw a roller. In that case, I'll throw a. Well, I guess I'll get into it a little bit. I have a leopard in here, a DX leopard. That Carson's gonna jump my ass for this. I know he is. He's on me about the DX plastic. But sometimes I'll throw it as very, very understable, and I can throw it on the roller if I have to, especially if the wood's really tight. But yeah, that's mostly the extremes. You don't really see that situation a whole lot on either sides of the spectrum. But yeah, so that's what's in my bag, guys. I've thrown an array of brands, and I like the array of brands. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not really at that level, that stature yet. Still I would consider myself a beginner as far as disc golf goes, but I'm working my way towards stardom, becoming an AM1, AM2 player eventually, as a lot of these guys are in TownDisc, and we're formulating that. We're working with all these guys to get better and better every single day. They're always in the group chat we have, just becoming better players and sharing knowledge and sharing experiences and pictures and videos, and it's awesome. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to us, leave us a comment, send us an email. I'll put all our socials in the description down below, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you guys for tuning in to TownDisc. That was my bag. That's what's in my bag. Thank you for sharing the experience with me. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.